I've always struggled to find the perfect holiday dress and only to be left disappointed with either the fit, the price, or even the quality. But most of the time for me, it's the price versus quality. Today we are diving into head-to-head comparison of 3 iconic holiday dresses: a New Year's Eve sequins dress, a shimmer jersey dress, and a lush velvet Christmas dress. All of them are going to be compared from Macy's, Amazon, and handmade. Stick around because by the end of this video, you will know which option wins in price, quality, and even lasting value. I'll even show you how sewing can not only save you money, but give you a skill for a lifetime. I hope you watch any of my videos, and if you haven't, go ahead and watch. You will learn about me that I am a passionate sewing enthusiast who learned the hard way that shopping for the perfect dress doesn't always go as planned. I obviously started sewing mostly out of curiosity, a lot of passion as well, but one of my biggest motivation was the fact that I was disappointed so many times. At first, I made a lot of mistakes, incredible amount of mistakes, some of them truly stupid mistakes, but to be honest, over the time, I have not only created pieces I love, but saved thousands of dollars over the years and earned income by sewing for others. Whether you're learning to sew for fun, self-expression, or mostly financial freedom, I'm here to show you how sewing can transform your closet and mostly your budget. The first dress of the day is going to be the New Year's Eve sequins dress. My first stop is Macy's. Price would range anywhere between about $60 for one piece to about $350. Of course, the quality is arguable. We know everything in Macy's, and not only it's made either in China, Indonesia, Vietnam. Generally, in Macy's, I would say you can 100% find a higher end brand, also more established brand like Calvin Klein that is spending a lot of money on marketing, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get a higher quality, but they put more thoughts into the process of creating this for you. Most likely you're going to have lining for all these items, and you're going to probably have more dense sequins than you will find on Amazon. One thing I am not happy about Macy's, they have more of a limited style selection. Generally, whatever designer and whatever brand is creating for Macy's, they are taking more of a general approach. They're not going very specific, they're not necessarily following trends because they're not interested in having a huge inventory after that they would have to sell at a higher discount. So therefore, they're going to address to a wider audience with more general styles, more safe styles if you want. My pros and cons, obviously, it's more of a reliable quality. Of course, the prices are higher than you would normally get on Amazon. I also think the returns are not necessarily seamless, especially during the busy holiday periods. But if you're willing to pay a higher price just for shopping experience in person, then definitely Macy's, in my opinion, is still a good place for you to find safer styles, better quality, and name brands. Next, let's move to Amazon. Of course, as you can see here, you can find anything between somewhere about $30+ to maybe $70 to $80. Seems a lot cheaper from what we've already experienced at Macy's. And I do agree. There's more of a generous variety and styles. They seem a little bit more modern. Most of these things, you can find them at a cheaper price on AliExpress or Alibaba, because these are the two main platforms, overseas platforms, where Amazon's buyers are purchasing their stock. And so they're just making money off the markups. I don't like the quality of most of these things. Obviously, we do have issues with thin lining, scratchy sequins, or fragile seams. They're giving up on us. As you can see here, I've selected this dress and I can see how unhappy people are, how many people are complaining. So most of the people having an issue with the false representation, the quality is terrible. They think that something like this should have never even put on the market for sale. And I agree. This is my main reason why I decided to become independent and sew my own clothes. Right here we have this example. So the pros for purchasing on Amazon, I do say wide variety, modern styles, and we also have easy returns. I agree. The cons for me, it 100% has to be the quality versus the money. Also, the fact that I don't have a value in that item. Most likely I'm going to wear it once or twice and then never touch it again. But now let's go back to my favorite way of creating a wardrobe, and that's handmade. So estimated cost anywhere between $20 to maybe $40 top for a quality sequin fabric and lining, assuming you already have a couple of tools at home and your basic sewing machine. For these sequins, you don't really need a fancy sewing machine, you don't need extra crazy stitches. Of course, the quality is totally different. You decide the quality of your sequins, you decide the quality of your finishes and of your seams. In my opinion, the quality is way higher than anything else you can purchase. The pros and cons for making your own clothing, obviously, first of all, you have to put in the effort of learning a brand new skill. And also working with sequins sometimes in the beginning can give you a little bit of a hard time and can be slightly discouraging. But keep practicing and you're gonna get exactly where you wanna be. But the final product is personal and it's top notch. So I think, in my opinion, right here, comparing all these three options for the New Year's Eve sequins dress, by far handmade option, in my opinion, is the winner. And if you are interested to watch the video of how I made and how easy it is to make it, I'm going to put a link in the description below. You can also click on this link right here, right after you watch this video. Next, we have the shimmer jersey dress. First of all, let's see what we found at Macy's. I wasn't really too happy with the options. Generally in Macy's, you would find a nice jersey dress anywhere between $90 to about $120. The quality, of course, they're known for good brands, but might need some alterations for a perfect fit. It's always the case. So the pros, it's reliable, they have easy returns, and some styles come with discounts. Next, we have Amazon. Prices anywhere between $40 to $70, as you can see here. And obviously, the quality, for me, it's a hit or miss. Reviews often highlight inconsistent sizing, thin material, poor quality, sometimes color issues, and it's purely misrepresentation. Most of the time on Amazon, for me, when it comes about clothing, it's what you see in the pictures on the models are totally different of what you get. It's pretty much same issue with any online platform. Mostly because everybody is purchasing from the same platforms all the way out in there in China. We don't have to mention them again. And so they put a markup and they sell it to you, but they all look the same. Next, it's the handmade version. Estimated cost anywhere between, I would say, maybe $15 to top $25 for fabric and materials. The quality, it's of course higher to me because you control the fabric, the stitches, and the fit. Pros and cons, time consuming for beginners, but sewing with jersey fabric and generally with stretchy materials are always easier because it's so forgiving, but it's always very customizable and ultimately cost effective. And if you are interested to see how I created this beautiful, stretchy, shimmery jersey dress, please watch this video here. I'm also going to put the link in the description below. The material was probably about $12. I did not need the lining. All I needed a zipper and matching thread. So obviously you can see the benefit of making it yourself at home. Don't worry about sewing with stretchy material. In the beginning, it's going to be a little bit more challenging, but as you practice, it's going to get so much better and easier for you. And you're also going to enjoy the whole process, including the result. Now, coming down to one of my favorite, and this is my latest project, the velvet Christmas holiday dress. I found so much velvet at Macy's, I was in shock. I know generally around holidays, they put up a lot of nice stuff that people can purchase for holiday parties, but boy, I did not expect to find as much velvet. So, in my opinion, I think from what I've seen, to summarize, the velvet is back. I wasn't always a fan of velvet. I personally don't wear as much, but every now and then I have a need of having something luxurious, something soft, something really beautiful and rich. What I found at Macy's, I found a very broad variety in quality, in colors, and of course prices. But let's discuss first price. As you can see here, you're gonna find at Macy's anywhere between about $80 to about a couple of $100. Depends on the designer, depends on the finishes, depends whether it's lined or not. Quality, in my opinion, you get a richer fabric than you would normally get online. So you get richer fabric options and sophisticated designs, but often requires dry cleaning because of the quality of the fabric. And so this is such a put off for me. I would hate to wear something one time, I will sweat it out, and then I'll have to clean it at the dry cleaners. We know the prices, I won't even go there. So for me, it's a big no. Pros and cons are going at Macy's. Quality is often higher than you would find online, 100%. But the costs can add up quickly. Let's go now to Amazon. Obviously, as you can see here, for a Christmas holiday velvet dress, you can pay anywhere between about $30+ to maybe $70 to $80. Quality velvet can be so inconsistent. It's often thinner with a shorter pile, and if you can't see that in a picture, then obviously the result when you get it at home is going to be very disappointing. Pros and cons of purchasing at Amazon: affordable and diverse. The styles are always going to be so modern because obviously it's fast fashion, but velvet's quality doesn't always match expectations. So this is why I would say be very mindful if you decide to buy velvet this year on Amazon. Very few of these places selling you a dress for $35 to $50. Velvet dress are going to be top-notch quality. It's going to be very soft, very flimsy, not have any structure, and you might not even be happy because if you step back and look at it, it's going to look terribly cheap. So this is one of the big problems that everybody's discussing on Amazon when purchasing these velvet dresses. It's misrepresentation. The pictures are misrepresenting, the description misrepresenting, but definitely if you read these reviews, you understand exactly their point. Flimsy, cheap looking, doesn't fit well, seams are giving up, and all sorts of quality issues. So this is my big problem with, and this is my big warning for you in purchasing velvet online. If you cannot inspect the quality, if you cannot touch and feel the structure and how nice it is, how the pile feels, then you might be wanting to step in a store if you're planning to wear velvet this season. Now let's move on to my favorite, handmade. Estimated cost, as you can see here, with the yard anywhere between $7.99 to maybe $10-11.99 per yard. You expect to pay anywhere between $25 to $30 for your required materials, and I'm assuming you already have a couple of tools at home to work and your normal sewing machine. You don't need any fancy stitching, you do not need anything else fancy. All you need it's your basic sewing machine. Now, what's the quality you're asking in handmade? Of course, it's much higher, and especially if you choose a very plush, high pile velvet that feels luxurious, then obviously right here you won over the Amazon quality. When it comes about price, of course, you are a winner here compared to the Macy's, because even though you were able to inspect the pile and the plush of the velvet in the store, you wouldn't want to pay $150 on a dress that you can make it for under $40. So this is why I like to purchase my own velvet, because I can inspect it, I can touch it, and I can test the high pile velvet versus the low pile velvet, and I can understand which one feels more luxurious to me. Pros and cons, of course, handmaids allow you to pick exactly what you want. So this is the biggest pros, but with no shortcuts. So you will understand exactly how the end result is gonna look. Of course, takes more time, like anything else that it's good quality, but the satisfaction is unmatched. To compare a handmade where you control the quality of your fabric to something you purchase on Amazon with low pile looking cheap and flimsy, I think there is not even a discussion here, no argument whatsoever. The handmade, it's of course a winner again. So since we finish all these comparisons, let me give you my 2 cents. First of all, let's discuss comparison, more like price, quality, value all at once. Price comparison, Of course, handmade wins if you're looking to save while getting exactly what you want. Of course, Macy's offers reliability at a premium, and Amazon provides affordability, but with the risk. Quality comparison, let's touch on this a bit. Handmade also shines here, letting you choose fabrics, fit, details, and finishes, and adjust it perfectly to your body shape. Macy's has good quality, but you will end up having some sort of alterations because all these are commercial patterns. Of course, all this while Amazon varies widely, and we already probably all experienced that. Value now. Learning to sew means you are investing in skills that last a lifetime. And you are not only making this dress, but gaining the knowledge to create your own wardrobe, creating a lot of diversity and save money in a long run. Now let's discuss why sewing is the smart choice by far. In today's economy, with prices going up and the quality in many cases going down, sewing your own clothes isn't just a hobby. It's a valuable skill that you can use for yourself, and you can actually use it to create income at a later on. You don't know when you're going to need it. Imagine being able to create something truly unique for every holiday season at a minimum cost. Imagine the freedom to repair and alter clothes instead of discarding them. When you sew, you are building a sustainable wardrobe that reflects your style and fits your budget. What more than that would you want? So now, if you are ready to make the leap into sewing or just want to explore the world of fashion with a fresh perspective, don't forget to check the description below. I've added links to the dresses we've discussed, plus fabrics and sewing tools you would need to get started, along with some books and resources that might help you get a little bit faster to where you want to be. And remember, if you enjoyed this video and want more fashion DIYs and sewing tips, hit that subscribe button, like, and leave me a comment on what you would like to see next. But until then, happy sewing, and may your holiday wardrobe sparkle just as bright as you do. Take care, guys. Have a great afternoon.